Hello friends, today we are going to discuss photoelectric effect. So Leonard experimental study of photoelectric effect. So first of all, what is photoelectric effect? Photoelectric effect is nothing but when a suitable light incident on the photosensitive plate, photoelectrons are liberated from the metal surface. This phenomenon is nothing but photoelectric effect, and that electrons are called photoelectrons. So this is first of all Leonard experiment. What is Leonard experiment? So two electrodes, that electrodes are cathode and anode. This is cathode and this is anode, and this cathode one more name is emitter, and this anode one more name is collector, and these two electrodes are placed in the quadri tube. This is vacuum quadri tube, and here one window is there. That window name is called transparent window. Through this window incident the light, and now this quadri tube connected to, this is a potential divider. This is potential divider. So and here the potential across the two electrodes, that is V, and the current measured through the circuit, here we are arranged one ammeter, and this is voltmeter. So this is the diagram. And this is cathode. Now it is the photosensitive substance. Photosensitive substance is nothing but what? When the visible light incident on the metal surface, the electrons are released from the metal surface. So that substance are called photosensitive substance. Well, this is cathode and this is anode. Anode one more name is collector. Cathode one more name is emitter. These two are the electrodes. Now when the light incident on the metal surface through this window, when the light incident on the metal surface through this window, what happened? So first of all, what is work function? This is also one more important thing. Work function is nothing but the minimum energy required to eject an electron from the metal surface, that is called work function. Now first of all, this is cathode, let us consider, and this is anode. This is photosensitive substance. This is called cathode and this is anode. So now these two are the electrodes. When the suitable light incident on the cathode plate, what happened? Electrons released from the metal surface. Okay, so that is called work function. Work function is nothing but when the minimum energy required to eject an electron from the metal surface, that is called work function. So this is cathode, this is anode. So after ejecting electron, this electron reaches to anode. Now current passing through this circuit, that current is called photoelectric current, and this electron is called photoelectron. Okay, now this is the potential divider. This anode connected to positive or negative with respect to cathode. Okay, this is called potential divider, and this RS is nothing but reversing switch, that RS. So first of all, there is no potential difference applied across the anode. When a suitable light incident on the cathode plate, what happened? Electrons released. After releasing electron reaches to anode, so the current passing through this anode, that current we can measure this ammeter. Okay, and this is ultraviolet light. Ultraviolet light means here ultraviolet light means visible light. Visible light consists of 7 colors. Out of 7 colors, red color is more wavelength, that is nearly 700 nanometers, and violet color is less wavelength, that is nearly 400 nanometers. In ultraviolet rays, different colors of light is there. So that's why let us consider 3 electrons here. This is more frequency of light incident on the metal surface, this electron release. This is less frequency of incident light incident on the metal surface. This is less energetic electron, and this is medium energetic electron. This less energetic electron come to rest before reaching anode, and this medium energetic electron also come to rest before reaching anode, but this is high energetic electron, it reaches to anode. This electron reaches to anode, the current passing through the circuit. This is the case 1. and case 2. What is case 2? This anode connected to battery positive terminal by using potential divider. Potential is more. And one more important point, this electron and this electrons are called space charges. These are called space charges. What is space charges? Less energetic electron come to rest before reaching anode. That electrons are called space charges. Between the cathode and anode, space charges are filled because so many light rays incident on the cathode surface. So many electrons released. High energetic electron reaches anode. Due to the high energetic electron, the current passing through the circuit, low energetic electrons are not reaches to anode. That low energetic electrons are called space charges. Now this anode connected to battery positive terminal. What happened? This space charge attract towards collector. So all the space charges moves towards collector. So that collect the electrons, the current increases. So at one particular potential, the current maintain constant. So that current is called saturation current. Now case 3. Case 3, this anode plate connected to negative terminal by using potential divider. Whenever this anode connected to negative terminal of the battery, what happened? These electrons, after releasing electrons, this electron repelled by this anode because anode connected to negative terminal, these electrons repelled by anode. So what happened? Some of the electron move back and reaches to collector. Okay, and this potential increases. High energetic electron also not reaches the anode. This high energetic electron come to rest. That potential is called stopping potential. So what is stopping potential? This is most important. Stopping potential or negative potential. What is stopping potential or negative potential? The minimum potential applied to anode, the current becomes 0. That potential is called. Okay, now a graph drawn between saturation current and stopping potential. Anode potential 0. When the potential 0 means first case, there is no potential applied to anode. What happened? The current is there. That current, whenever the potential increases, this anode connected to battery positive terminal, the potential increases, current also increases, and at one particular potential, the current maintain constant. That current is called saturation current. So this is saturation current, and sorry, it is photoelectric current. Photoelectric current, this current is called saturation current. At zero potential, this is initial current. The anode potential increases, current also increases. At one particular potential, now the current maintain constant. That current is called saturation current. Now the potential decreases. The potential decreases means third case, this anode connected to battery negative terminal. That means here increase the potential. That potential is called negative potential. What happened? Negative potential means what happened? Some of the electrons returns to cathode. That means what? Current decreases. So current decreases. So at one particular potential, the current becomes 0. That particular potential name is called this is called stopping potential. So this is one of the graph between potential and photoelectric current. Okay, next effect of intensity of incident light on photoelectric current. You know, a cathode plate. This is a cathode plate, and this is anode. That means this is collector, this is emitter. Sufficient frequency of light incident on the cathode plate. What happened? The electrons released from the metal surface. That is, that is called photoelectric effect. First of all, intensity of incident light. Intensity means what? Number of light rays per unit area per second is called intensity of incident light. For suppose if you take 1 unit area, in this unit area, for suppose I incident 50 rays in this unit area in 1 second time, what happened? For suppose 50 electrons released from the metal surface. Okay, here the electron number depends upon intensity of incident light. That electron number per second is directly proportional to intensity of incident light. That is most important point here. Okay, so that's why here the graph drawn between photoelectric current and intensity, the graph drawn between photoelectric current and intensity of incident light, and this is photoelectric current or saturation current. Saturation current, that is directly proportional to each other. This is most important point. Okay, the number of electrons emitted per second, this is most important point. The number of electrons per second is directly proportional to intensity of incident light. Intensity of incident light. The saturation current increases by increasing intensity. The saturation current increases by increasing intensity of incident light. That is also most important point. Effect of potential on photoelectric current. So for suppose, let us consider one plate cathode and this is anode. This is cathode and anode. For suppose in this one unit area, let us consider three areas, same area. In this unit area, for suppose I incident light intensity I1. In this unit area, I incident one more light and frequency same, keeping frequency same. Keeping frequency constant. Keeping frequency constant in three cases. For suppose I incident one more light intensity I3. This intensity of incident light I1 and same unit area of cross section intensity of incident light I2, same unit area of cross section incident light intensity I3. For suppose here 50 rays incident on one unit area. In this case 100 rays incident same one unit area, and for suppose 200 rays incident same one unit area. So here it is very clear I1 is less than I2 is less than I3. I3 is more intensity, more number of electrons ejected from this one unit area. When compared to I3, I2 is less intensity, less number of electrons ejected through this same unit area. And when compared to I2, I1 is less intensity, so less number of electrons ejected from the metal surface. Okay, a graph drawn between photocurrent and anode potential. So here stopping potential for I1, I2, I3 is same. Why? Because first of all, stopping potential what is stopping potential? High energetic electron also even not reaches to anode, that potential, that negative potential is called stopping potential, you know. High energetic electron, so the work done by negative potential, work done by stopping potential or negative potential is equal to maximum kinetic energy. Maximum kinetic energy of ejected electron. So this is most important formula. So work done by stopping potential EV naught is equal to maximum kinetic energy of ejected electron of m v maximum square. So this is most important formula. Stopping potential, this is one of the most important formula. This stopping potential depends upon only frequency of incident light. This stopping potential depends upon only energy. The stopping potential related to maximum kinetic energy of ejected electron. This intensity is directly proportional to number of electron ejected per second increases. So intensity does not decide the electron energy. Only this ejected electron energy decides only frequency. So the stopping potential also depends upon frequency of incident light. So here I1, I2, I3 intensity different, but keeping frequency constant for 3 intensity of light. So that's why stopping potential also for 3 rays, 3 light rays, stopping potential also same. So this is one important concept. Next, effect of frequency of incident light on stopping potential. We know intensity and frequency. What is the difference? Once I repeat here, let us consider one and cathode plate, this is, and this is anode. Intensity, for suppose this is incident light. Intensity means what? The number of light rays per unit area per second, that is called intensity. Frequency means what? This is energy. We know Einstein light energy is equal to h nu. So nu increase, E also increase. So frequency increase, incident energy also increase. Keeping intensity of incident light constant, here nu1 is first incident frequency light, nu2 is second frequency of incident light, and nu3 is the last frequency of incident light. Okay, for suppose here nu1 is less than nu2 is less than nu3. Nu for frequency we know. This is anode potential. Okay, so this anode connected to for suppose battery positive terminal by using potential divider. What happened? This nu1, nu2, nu3 are the 3 incident light rays of different frequencies. Out of these 3, this light ray frequency is more. Frequency more, kinetic energy of releasing electron also more kinetic energy. Okay, frequency. So these 3, intensity same. Intensity same means what? Number of ejected electrons for these 3 light rays are same. So number of ejected electrons are same. Electrons reaching also same, reaching anode. So that's why the saturation current for these 3 frequency of light rays is same. Saturation current same, because very clear, intensity increases, number of ejected electrons also increases. Number of ejected electron decide the current. So here all 3 light rays intensity same, because clearly here mentioned keeping intensity of incident light maintain constant, just frequencies changes. So intensity same means number of ejected electrons same. Number of ejected electrons same means reaching anode also same. So that's why for 3 light rays saturation current same. But what about the stopping potential? This frequency less frequency, so that's why the ejected electron energy less energy. So that's why this is easily to stop by increasing negative potential. This is negative potential. For suppose here we are applying negative potential here. This anode is connected to negative terminal of the battery by using potential divider. Now this is retarding potential. So for first light, that frequency very small, so that's why its stopping potential very small. That stopping potential very small. And second, light frequency more, so that's why this ejected electron kinetic energy more, so that's why more energy required to stop this electron. So that's why this stopping potential for second light ray, this is minus V. O1 for suppose stopping potential for first light, and minus V O2 stopping potential for second light. And this electron more kinetic energy when compared to first and second, because that frequency of third light more, so that's why more energy required to stop this electron. So that's why this stopping potential is more when compared to first and second. So this is most important. And one more point here, the stopping potential is directly proportional to frequency of incident light. Stopping potential is directly proportional to frequency of incident light. If frequency increases, stopping potential also increases. And one more important point, saturation current is directly proportional to intensity of incident light. If intensity increases, saturation current also increases. These 2 points most important points.